I'm Glenn. This is Dave with NC Beer Guys. We promote NC Craft Beer online, ncbeerguys.com. Give us a shout out and follow us, and we're on Twitter and everywhere else on social media. Except today, we're going to cross the border. The guys at Starr Hill Brewery in Virginia are so good to always send us their upcoming beers or their beer that's fresh out. We always want to give them a good shout out. And I know we did one not long ago. We're going to do another one.
That's right.
We got two great beers today from Starr Hill Brewery. The Festie, which is the Oktoberfest Lager.
And that's perfect timing for that one.
That's right, getting ready to be that time of the year. That's in addition to the heavy rotation series they have. And then we're also going to drink the Resinate Imperial Red IPA.
I guess we'll start with the Oktoberfest first.
That sounds good.
Because when you're going from something with neutral hops and then you go to one that's going to have a little bit more bite to it.
And Starr Hill is, of course, always wonderful about sending these little cheat sheets for us, so we can get a little nice description and profile and pairings. And they say of the Festie Oktoberfest Lager, smooth and malty with a clean finish. This is our tribute to the German tradition of Marzen lagers. And they say profile of malt is Pilsner and Munich, of course. Profile hops are, is it Hallertau?
Hallertau.
Yep. And it's a 4.8% ABV.
That's good. Sessionable.
Yep. And they also do these great things with pairings, although they sometimes pair it with some things that are a little odd in my book. But this is very standard pairings. The food, guess what? Okay. Bratwurst. I mean, yeah, could you be any more original?
So you want a German beer with bratwurst?
Can you imagine? It's so original there in Virginia. Right. Pairings cheese, beer cheese dip. And dessert, an apple strudel.
Strudel.
So we didn't get too far from the German traditions of this beer.
So we have an apple strudel.
That's right. And again, this is an addition to the heavy rotation series, so I don't know for certain that it's already out, but I would expect it is out if we've got it.
Yeah.
Because usually we get it about the time it hits the stores, and it'll at least probably go through October.
Or, I would hope so.
Well, yeah, but sometimes
if they sell out,
that's right. Some of these Oktoberfest,
it is a lager, so I mean, if they hopefully, it's been sitting for a while, and then so they've made a certain amount to make it through the season.
And when it hits, and when it's gone, it's gone.
That's right.
So if you want to make sure,
if it's a good, and if it's an awesome beer, it's going to go faster.
So if you want to try the Starr Hill Fest, you might better get your butt out there and get some of it. Beautiful beer, very traditional color.
Yep, as I was showing earlier, and it's beautiful color and the neutral hop aroma.
Very much,
which is pretty much which is going to be the all the noble hops.
Oh, this doesn't scream fall of the year and seasonal.
And I've been waiting for this time of year.
Without being so stupid pumpkin-y or some spice in it, this is as fall as you can get
to get a Märzen. That screams fall and football.
And I'll tell you, these used to be more rare. Everybody didn't used to do an Oktoberfest. But now lots of people do, and they're not all done well, but there's lots of them out there, and they're really great, enjoyable beer. Well,
it's a commitment because of what the brewery has to do to keep it, because you got to lager the beer. So that's a commitment of your tank. So you can decide, okay, we're going to give up this tank for 2 months. So you got to decide if you want to do it, but hopefully when you do it.
And so the next beer they sent out of Virginia, out of Starr Hill, is the Resinate Imperial Red IPA.
Red IPA.
And this is an addition to their All Access series, and it's been out since July. Don't know why we didn't get it earlier, because we've done one of theirs since July, but this cheat sheet says it went to retail July 1st.
That's all right.
So it is all right, but I'm a little surprised, and I'm not sure that's true. Sometimes the promotional material doesn't match up with fact. You know how the real world works different sometimes. Fine. So the description on this Resinate Imperial Red IPA, this Imperial Red IPA packs punch and high gravity, hot punch and high gravity. Resinous flavors mingle with a complex harmony of toasted malts used to create its dazzling red color. Evergreen and citrus notes yield a robust red ale with a pronounced hop flavor and aroma. Pilsner malts, dark crystal, and a Carafa 2 malts.
Right.
Profile hops are Denali, Citra, Simcoe, and Chinook.
Okay, so we're going for that citrus and the piney resinous one.
7.7 ABV, which is it's right where it should be there.
That's nice.
72 IBUs.
That's up there.
Yeah, that's getting there. I was a little surprised for Starr Hill. I haven't read this cheat sheet before right now, and that's usually higher than their stuff is. So now with the interesting food pairings they always do, the food they say pair this up with spicy barbecue ribs, which would be excellent.
Perfect.
That would be a perfect pair.
Because you know, when you have the spiciness with the
That's right.
IPA,
Right.
so the bitterness with that hop, the bitterness with the spiciness is going to increase both.
With a Parmigiano or Reggiano cheese, which that would be good to kind of
Bring it down.
good
Actually,
cheeses.
would tone it.
The salted caramel cheesecake, I say, would be the dessert.
Salted caramel cheese. Yeah, I guess the creaminess. The creaminess. Now that's going to be. Now that's going to. It'll basically offset it.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
So you know, that.
I would think that would overpower this actually.
What, cheesecake?
The salted caramel part,
Yeah, I still think it's mild enough.
maybe.
I think it would be. I mean,
It
depends
depends on
you know,
whose,
because remember,
whose cheesecake you hold it.
I mean, this is, you know, we got an Imperial IPA here, so
Right.
I don't see that one. I think more the creaminess is going to offset the bitterness on this.
Well, let's see.
And we're going to see, won't we?
An Imperial Red IPA, Resinate.
Wonderful hop aroma.
That's right. Oh, it is. That's a very nice aroma.
It's not that bitter, honestly.
I'm not sure if I didn't know and had just read that I would think 72 IBUs.
I mean, you know, well, that's relative to the balance of the malt you put into it.
Of course, and the hop.
And depending on the hop, and you know, it's all calculated with the alpha acids and such. So, but this is actually, I mean,
It's a very drinkable IPA.
I mean, I was honestly expecting like this bitter aftertaste to arise from it, but it doesn't have that. It's actually kind of smooth. I mean, you've got hop flavor. It's got a lot of hop flavor to it, but not the hop bitterness, which that scores major points with me. 'Cause-
Now, this is fairly unique being a red IPA, right? There's not a lot of red IPAs out there.
no. So I guess you take a red ale and you just amp the hops up there
To get the Imperial part.
to get the Imperial
red.
and make it hoppier. I mean, you're going in your IBUs. I mean, you'll change things, but they got the carafa, so they are kind of playing with it. You know, they didn't add melanoidin, but yeah,
They did.
melanoid. Oh,
It's one of
okay.
the malts.
Okay, then there
It
you go.
is.
So maybe so I kind of called it.
He's been brewing this morning.
I've been brewing this
Got
morning.
his brew hat on.
So my mind's on other things, but this actually, this is very drinkable. And for one that you said was what's the ABV?
7.7.
7.7. So it's not totally dangerous, but it's
But it's
enough that
getting
it's
there.
gonna it's
It is
it's,
getting
it's
there.
getting there. So you're gonna feel it if you start going crazy on it. But
Yep. I think
nice.
so. So again, we want to give a shout out. We are the NC Beer guys, but we love what they do at Starr Hill up in Virginia.
Yes.
And we're so appreciative of them sending us regularly their beer and letting our people down here in North Carolina know what's available.
Yeah.
It's just across the border, and the beer is widely available here. So get there and drink some Starr Hill.
We're big fans, and you should be too.
Right. Until next time, as always, this is Glenn Day, NC Beer guys, reminding you to drink local. Keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.